Hello, welcome to the PMA Show. This is the place where we showcase people from the African descent who are making global impact one effort at a time. I'm bringing so much joy your way today. It's inspiration and motivation. You don't want to miss any moment on today's episode. I have a special guest in the house. But before I go to her, there's a feature I want you to see. And after that, I'll be back with you. I truly believe everyone desires to reach their goal in life, and that everyone includes you. But a lot of people are suffering from a bit of confusion or cluster, to which they need clarity in order to be confident to do their little effort, consolidate their little effort to do more, to be more, and to achieve more. There is a difference between doing things and getting things done. This is the reason why I created this particular segment, to lead you one step after the other to your significant achievement. Welcome to 1 Minute Mentorship. Hello, how are you doing today? Okay, today I'm going to tell you to rest in your blessing. We are all blessed in different ways that others are not, and others are blessed in ways that we are not. Some of us are much more at an advantage, but there is this tendency for you to want other people's blessing, forgetting that what you have, others don't have, and what others have, you may not have. Some of us want better things, better houses, more properties. It's a principle I believe in. You want more. I want to be more. I want to do more. I want to achieve more. I believe in more. My principle is we can be more. But while we continue to believe for more, we must rest in the blessing that we have today. There is something you have that others do not have. Rest in your blessing. This word was directly to me. I was in London. I was coming back from a long walk, and I was about to enter my room in Thamesmead. And this word came to me. Needless to say that I was overwhelmed with so much expectation, something that ought to have happened. This one, I sort of signed this deal, supposed to have been bigger than this, and all those things were flooding my heart as I was taking the walk. As I was about to enter that house that day, I heard the word in my heart. In my heart, in my ears, I heard the word. The word came to tabernacle with me. Rest in your blessing. Do you have a marriage? Rest in your blessing. Do you have children? Rest in your blessing. All girls, all boys, boys and girls, one girl, two girls, whatever blessing you have, rest in it while you aim for more. What I will say to you today, aim for big wins, but celebrate the little wins. This is how you rest in your blessing. If your eyes are on other people's blessing, you will not be able to see the blessings around you. So what am I asking you to do today? Rest in your blessing. The belief that you will be bigger is a great belief. But what you have today is enough. If you need more, God is going to give you more. The universe knows how to bring to you what you really need. If you learn to rest in the blessing that you have today, make the best of what you have today, and the little will become much. Putting your eyes on other people's blessing will only ruin you. So, rest in your blessing. And this is the part where you have to come and take advantage of my free discovery call that can lead to mentorship. So, send a message to the number on your screen right now to take advantage of the free coaching call. I want you to believe today there is one thing that you must never forget. You are enough. I'll see you next time.
PMA Show.
Welcome back. This is still the PMA Show. We showcase people from the African descent who are making global impact one effort at a time. I have one of such people on set with me today, a fine Mama Rose Odika.
Thank you.
Drum roll.
Wow. Thank you.
This is your first PMA handshake. You may get 3 before the end of the show.
By His grace. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
You are a special person. You are beautiful. You are talented.
Thank you.
I want the people in the house to know, who is Rose Odika? Beyond, don't tell us the Rose Odika that we know. Tell us the Rose Odika that we do not know.
Well, thank you so much. Rose Odika is a very humble person from a humble background. I am from a family of 7, the second child, and my father is late, a retired police officer.
Ooh.
Yes, and my mom is a petty trader, still much alive by His grace. I attended St. Richard Primary School, Alawiye, Ibadan. Yeah, from there I went to Ahmadiyya Grammar School, now Anwar Islam Grammar School, Alawiye, Ibadan.
Muslim background?
No, I'm a Christian. Both parents are Christian, but you know, those days where then it was the Bola Ige government, it was mandatory that all parents should register their children to a nearby school. So that was why the school nearest to us then was Anwar Islam. So I'm from a Christian background. After that, I worked briefly with St. Elizabeth Primary School for about 1 or 2 years before I continued my
As
education.
a school teacher?
Yes, they used to call them assistant class teacher.
Okay.
You know, because then, of course, I only had my WAEC result to work there. So I went briefly to Van Ikoku College of Education, which is affiliated to University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where I read health education.
Health education?
BSc, yes, health education. And from there, I went fully into the film industry.
So what was your intention? Health education. Now you're an actor. What was the intention?
Yes, like when I was in the secondary school, the vice principal then, Dr. Mrs. Ero, noticed that I had the inbuilt talent as an actor. So she invited me in her office back then and said, what do you intend to become in life? I said, I wanted to study linguistics. He said, why don't you try theater? You have the, you know, the talent. And I built it up from there, and I decided, okay, to follow my heart, to follow my passion.
So how has it been for you, looking back to years when you started to now?
Well, it has been glorious. It has been wonderful, and I thank God for where I am today. Though it's not been smooth, but at least
sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour. That's the one. Sweet
I know,
and sour.
right?
Yeah, you know. But to God's glory, we are up there, and for being here since 32 years in the industry and still, you know, relevant, I would say it's what it
relevant is the word that is bringing your second PMA
share.
Because yes, you are. I want you to lead me into your rise to fame. Lead me into it. How did it happen? A lot of people believe, you know, between me and you, that female actors get more roles. They have this, you know, way around directors and producers and executive producers, you know, compared to their male counterparts. How did you rise to fame?
I would say my story is like, I had it, so to say, a very smooth and easy rising, so to say. When I told you I worked briefly before going to further my education, while I was working, during my free times, I went to join Bode Showande, Professor Bode Showande, Odutins Meridian Group, theater group, and we started, you know, the stage play from him. And from then, I got to meet a lot of people who are ahead of us. So one of the guys I met through Bode Showande was Mr. Tunde Alawiye. Tunde Alawiye was the president for ATAS, the final year student in University of Ibadan Theatre Arts Department. They used to have a president. He was the president of ATAS. So he came to me and said, Rose, a producer wants me to bring 5 beautiful ladies to his set. And I can't see what it to be one of the 5 I want to introduce to him. And I said, oh, I'll be glad. And that will be my first time facing the camera. But of course, I've been trained as a good performer. So we went to him, and the person is Prince Wamimo Olu Paul. And he said, okay, yes, I like what I see, your frame, you know, your courage. I'd like to try you in a movie. If you're good, then my next movie, I'll make you the, I'll make you the lead role.
Lead role, wow.
So they gave me that role, 5 scenes in Express Ladies. And, you know, to my surprise, the producer was so happy and said, come on, you're coming on board as a lead role on Ododueye.
Wow.
So by His grace, after, releasing Ododueye, before you know it, I was all over the places. Everybody was like, Rose Odika, Rose Odika. And I said, is that how one rises to fame? Is that how I come, one can easily
And by the way,
make
the
it?
Ododo means Rose. Come on.
Marry that with my name, Rose Ododueye.
Ododueye.
So that was how I just mingled within, I would say, under 1-2 years, while practicing with my senior colleagues. I came into limelight.
So you gave it
my
your
story,
best
yes,
when you
I
had
gave it
the
my
chance.
best when I had the chance. That's the word.
That's the word.
Giving your best when you had the chance. You never can tell when this chance will come. So when the chance came, I grabbed it. I gave my best. Am I getting the
You
top
are
shape?
getting right there. I'm doubting. Is it not too early for you to get the third hand shape, or you deserve it anyway? Now, you are the amazing governor of Tampa in Oyo State. Tell me about your experience as a leader.
This is my second tenure.
Wow.
When I was going to come on board as the governor of Tampa initially, it was a big tussle because we never had a female governor. We never had a female governor. And they were like, how will a female lead us? Now talking not only a female governor, somebody who is from the Igbo background. How will she come and lead the Yoruba industry? But I kept working, politicking here and there. And eventually, I came up. And the first challenge was, okay, Rose, you have been given a chance to become the governor. You have to prove it that you can do this. Yes. So what was missing, from the way they have been running the association? From the name TAMPAN, which is Theatre Art and Motion Pictures Practitioners Association, I noticed that the theatre aspect, which is the stage play, was missing. We were majorly involved in fame. So I said, okay, can we just bring the stage back? Can we just bring
important.
And that's very important. So I rolled, the drum out, and they said, okay, we are bringing back the stage plays. And we're able to do 8 of the stage plays constant, every month. Wow. And they were like, wow, so this woman can achieve so much. And from there, I won their heart, and they were like, oh my God, just continue doing this.
Because you must have won their heart for them to give you another chance.
Yes, so
this is your second tenure.
This is my second tenure. And they said, this woman can do it. Just let her do so that she can achieve more. And we also looked into the health scheme. Okay. Another problem the actors were having is health issues. Most of them financially, they were not okay. So we went to meet the management of the UCH and told them, how can our member be placed on the NHIS thing so that, they can get treatment? And they put us in there, and we started. Those who could afford, they started immediately. I brought women into, believing in themselves. We had seminars. We have never been celebrating. Program. Yes, we've never been celebrating the World Women Day, which is every March 8th. We started in Oyo State Tampan, and we have the women's wing. So we make them celebrate Women's Day so that they can believe so much in themselves and not relegate to the background. And so those were the little things we're able to put together. And somehow they just feel, okay, you have a leader. This is truly a leader. You have done
very well. I love what you are doing. There's so much on African Magic Yoruba right now. I want to talk about how you want to take advantage of that to the growth of Yoruba movies when we come back from the break. I'll take a break and I'll be back. Stay with us.
My name is Itwai Godalo, Senior Pastor, Trinity House, Lagos. Also Managing Partner, SIO, Chartered Accountants. I am one of the powerful men of Africa, and I'm on the PMA Show. Keep watching.
Welcome back. We're still on the PMA Show, showcasing people from the African descent who are making global impact one effort at a time. I believe you have been inspired by my guest today, Rose Odika. Before we went on break, there was this thing I was trying to talk about. I understand low-budget movies, but there's so many non-intelligent movies. Like when you die, we don't really know that you die. When you cry, we don't really know that you cry. When you say you are bereaved, we want to see the bereavement, and you want to see the pain.
Yes, I get your point, but like I always tell people, in every 10 films, you still see some that you feel they were not properly produced or whatever. But I still believe that to some extent, to give it to the Yoruba genre, we are trying.
You are
and,
trying.
You know, and we have tried, even keeping the industry to where we are today. It is because of the Yoruba film. I want to believe that. All we need to do is improve on what we have already. And I promise you that over time, let's say in the next 5 years, I promise that we'll be next to Hollywood.
Wow, that's what I want to hear.
We are doing that and we are going to get there.
I love that. Sometimes when I look at you, I will ask you, what kind of roles do you wish that people can give you that you've not been given?
Before now, I used to act a very mean lady, you know, like all these express ladies, all this rascal girl, you know, that is so mean and can fight any man. But after some years, I acted in one, Timba Tayewa. That one was somebody who lost her memory, subtle woman, easygoing woman. And before you know it, every producer, whenever they want to give me a role, they give me a role of a calm, quiet woman, easygoing. That is not Rose Odika. People think Rose Odika is this calm, always playing the role of a rich woman, but I can also play a role of a mean woman.
A mean woman.
I can carry gun and things like that. And dear men.
Dear men, yeah. I say who?
But they should stop giving me this role of rich woman, wife, rich madam, housewife. I am tired.
I'll tell you one more
They
role.
should give me challenging
roles.
You know, and I can also play it. An actor is an actor, as I always say. There's no role I feel I can't play.
Okay, in conclusion, how do you see yourself? How do people see you?
Well, I am not as soft as people see me. I am a disciplinarian and I can also be harsh, you know, but people see me as you know, somebody who is so soft, fragile, can't really handle difficult issues, but I can really be mean if I want to be.
Wow. What do you like that people say about you?
People call me a woman like a man. They said I am very hardworking like a man, and that, you know, I am happy when they say a hardworking woman.
Hardworking woman. I'm
happy when they call me a woman without scandal.
Wow, that's amazing.
You know, and integrity.
Have I given you a handshake on this? How many handshakes on this show? You deserve.
I'm still counting. This is the fourth one.
This is the fourth one. You deserve even more.
Thank you so
You're
much.
an amazing personality, and I love you just like that. In closing, I want you to try and give a word of advice to people who are your fans, who are looking up to you, want to become somebody in Yoruba acting. Can you please do that? Well,
for people who want to come into this industry, I will advise you to be calm. You know, if you are too desperate, you will deviate, you will miss it because you get into wrong hands. Be focused and know what you are doing. With time, you also be up there. Your star will shine. Your star will shine.
So be calm, be focused.
Yes.
Don't be too desperate. Yeah. Your time will come.
So
here's the final one on the PMA show today.
Finally,
yes, you deserve even more. God bless you. So you've heard that. That's advice from Rose Odika. We're going to go to the 5 quick questions after the break.
PMA Show.
Okay, sweet darling Rose Odika. There are 5 quick questions. I didn't tell you about that.
Okay.
So we're going right there. Now here in these envelopes are 5 quick questions. You're going to pick any of the envelopes. Now, there is one funny, another weird, another personal. So I don't know which one you pick.
Oh yeah.
I hope so. Oh my God! Oh my God! That's it right there. Oh, you are so good. This is nice. So you're going to answer these questions just in 20 seconds.
Wow.
Quick one. Okay, what would be your preference? Yoruba movies or English?
Yoruba movie.
You missed it. Native or casual?
Native.
Palm slippers or shoes?
Palm slippers.
Amala or pounded yam?
Pounded yam.
Juice or soft drink?
Juice.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for coming on the PMA show.
Thank
I
you.
hope next time we still call you, you're going to show up.
By His grace. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. We have come to that part where our mama will sign our board of fame. There you go.
Okay.
Nice one right there. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We love you.
You too.
Thank you for staying with us. That was Rose Odika. I'll be back after now.
Today, I want to speak to you about being prepared. You never know when opportunity is going to knock, and when it comes knocking, you want to be prepared. What does that simply mean? It means if you have a product, an idea, a service, a talent, you want to prepare. Let me just make it plain. If you are a fashion designer, sew and wear your own clothes. If you are a musician or a singer, go ahead and record the CD. If you are a writer, write the book. If you are a builder, begin to work on projects and compile a portfolio so that that day that you're in the bank or in the restaurant and you meet the person that has what it takes to fund your idea, you don't have to say to them, wait for me, I'm getting ready, but you'll already be prepared. So thank you for joining me and stay tuned.
Thank you so much for being with us on today's episode. I'm sure you've been extremely transformed. Now, this is the part where I will ask you to join our cycle of friends. The PMA cycle of friends is really enlarging. You need to go to my Instagram page right now. Follow me at Lady PMA and send me a DM with cycle of friends, and I'll be looking forward to connecting with you. Listen, there is a side of life where the grass is greener. Life runs in binary, back and forth, up and down, black and white. There is nothing we can do about it. But concentrate your effort on the side of life that is working for you. Marriage, business, career. Concentrate your effort on what is working, and every other thing will have itself taken care of. I'll see you again next time. God bless you and bye-bye.
Little by little my dreams begin to fly. Little by little I fly towards the sky. Little by little my star begins to shine. Yes, I believe I spread my wings and fly. This is the PMA show. This is the PMA show.
So you heard it. That's the advice from Rose Odika.
Okay.
And action.
So you've heard that. That's advice from Rose Odika.